If you're over 45 and your watch is making you look older instead of sharper, this video could change everything. I'm about to show you 4 types of watches that'll make people think you've got your life figured out without trying too hard or spending a fortune. But first, when was the last time someone complimented your watch? If you can't remember, we've got work to do. And if someone did notice it, was it for the right reasons? Here's what most guys don't realize. Your watch is either adding to your credibility or taking away from it. There's no neutral. Before we dive in, here's something that might surprise you. The most expensive watch in the room isn't always the most impressive one. Some of the sharpest guys I know wear pieces that cost less than your monthly car payment. The secret? 3 principles. Proportion matters more than price. Restraint beats flash every time, and your watch should match your actual life, not the life you think you want. I had a client in his 50s who switched from a bulky G-Shock to an Orient Bambino. His boss pulled him aside and said, "You look sharp lately." Small change, massive message. This isn't about spending more money, it's about spending it smarter. Category 1, the sophisticated smartwatch. Let's address the elephant in the room. Smartwatches. Half of you think they're for tech brothers. The other half are wondering if you look ridiculous wearing one. Here's the truth. A smartwatch can absolutely work for a man over 45, but only if you choose it like the adult you are. The Apple Watch Ultra in titanium? That's not a gadget, that's serious equipment. Especially with a quality metal bracelet instead of rubber. Think about it. You're at an age where monitoring your health isn't vanity, it's intelligence. Blood pressure, heart rate, sleep quality. This stuff matters now. But you don't need to broadcast it with something that looks like gym equipment. The Withings Scan Watch takes this further. Traditional appearance, smart tracking in the background. You get the data without looking like you're auditioning for a fitness commercial. Here's the key. Confidence beats complication every time. Drop a watch if smartwatches speak to your lifestyle. I'm curious how many have made the switch. Category 2, the quiet luxury minimalist. If smartwatches aren't your thing, let's talk about something timeless, the minimalist approach. And before you say boring, hear me out. Some of the most successful people I know wear watches you'd barely notice until you get close. That's the power of understated luxury. The Jungens Max Bill is perfect example. German engineering, clean lines, nothing flashy. But when someone who knows watches sees it, they respect it immediately. Here's what I love about minimalist watches. They make everything else you wear look more expensive. That polo shirt, casual blazer, simple button down, a great minimal watch elevates it all without competing for attention. Uniform wears does similar work with contemporary feel. These pieces look like modern art, but they're built for daily wear. Even something like a well-chosen Skagen can work if you focus on quality materials and proportion. The psychology is powerful. When you wear a watch confident enough not to shout, people assume you're confident enough not to need validation. A viewer named David switched from a chunky sports watch to a simple Jungens. His colleagues started asking if he got promoted. That's understated choice working. If the less is more philosophy resonates, let me know in the comments. Category 3, the refined field watch. Maybe you want something with more character. Something that tells a story. That's where field watches shine, and they're perfect for guys like us. Field watches started as military tools, but evolved into something beautiful for civilian life. The Hamilton Khaki Field is probably the gold standard. Swiss movement, readable dial, proportions that just make sense. There's something appealing about wearing a design that's been battle-tested. The Seiko 5 SNK 809 proves price doesn't always matter. Automatic movement, bulletproof construction, classic field DNA for less than most dinner bills. It's evidence that knowing what to look for matters more than knowing how much to spend. What makes field watches perfect for men over 45? They're honest. No complications you'll never use, no features for impressing teenagers. Just clear, reliable timekeeping suggesting you've got your priorities straight. While younger guys wrestle with dinner plate-sized watches loaded with unused functions, you're wearing something refined through decades of actual use. There's wisdom in that choice. My friend Mark has worn the same Hamilton Field watch for 12 years. Every scratch tells a story, but it still looks sharp with everything from jeans to blazers. Drop a fire if field watches match your honest, no-nonsense approach. Category 4. The Everyday Dress Watch. Here's where most guys get confused. They think dress watches are only for special occasions. Big mistake. The right dress watch works every single day, it's just different confidence. The Tissot Gentleman proves this perfectly. Swiss quality, elegant proportions, thin enough to slide under any cuff without fuss. It adds refinement to everything you wear, from casual Friday to weekend brunch. The Orient Bambino takes this further. Vintage-inspired design, domed crystal, automatic movement that runs forever. It looks like something that's been in your family for generations, even if you bought it last week. For something special, consider the Longines flagship heritage. This gets noticed by the right people for the right reasons. Quality you feel every time you check the time. The magic of great dress watches is how they change your entire presence. That thin case visible under your sweater sleeve suggests you appreciate quality even when nobody's looking. People pick up on that. A client started wearing a simple Orient with everything polos, casual blazers, even dark jeans on weekends. People started treating him differently. More respect, more attention to his opinions. Same guy, better watch, elevated presence. Drop a necktie if dress watches feel like your zone. The detail that changes everything. Here's what separates you from 95% of guys: getting the strap right. I've seen good watches ruined by cheap straps and average watches elevated by thoughtful choices. For leather, invest in full grain with matte finish. Shiny leather screams trying too hard after 40. Quality leather develops character over time, like we do. Metal bracelets should be brushed, not polished. Polished demands attention. Brushed commands respect. There's a difference. NATO or canvas straps. Stick to colors that work with your actual wardrobe. Olive, navy, charcoal, colors that enhance rather than compete. Your strap choice tells whether you understand details. Get this right, people assume you get everything else right too. Quick question, how many have upgraded straps and noticed the difference? Small investments, huge impacts. At our stage of life, we've earned the right to be selective about everything, especially what we put on our wrist every morning. Your watch isn't about impressing strangers. It's about respecting yourself and the journey that brought you here. These 4 approaches, smart functionality, quiet luxury, authentic masculinity, everyday elegance, cover every situation in your real life. Choose what feels natural, not what you think you should want. The best watch for any man over 45 enhances who you already are. You shouldn't think about it once it's on. It should just fit your lifestyle, values, sense of who you've become. The most impressive thing about any watch isn't its price or complications. It's the confidence of the man wearing it. Quick poll, smartwatch, minimalist, field, or dress. Which spoke to you today? Let me know in the comments, and if this helped you think differently about what goes on your wrist, I'd appreciate a subscribe. I create content for guys who understand real style isn't about trends. It's about choices reflecting who you really are. Next week, one of the most respected watch styles for men 45 plus is also the most misused. I'm revealing which classic choice actually makes you look older and what to do instead. Hit subscribe and I'll see you next week. Until then, wear whatever's on your wrist with confidence. You've earned it.